What's up everyone, John Rittinger from Techno Buffalo here. The UI on the Apple Watch is unlike anything we've ever seen from Apple. And because of that, it could be a little bit hard to understand and figure out what does what. So if you're thinking about getting an Apple Watch, or maybe you just picked one up, I thought I'd give you guys a UI tour and show you what does what turning the crown does, what pushing it in, double tapping, all that kind of stuff is going to do. Let's start with the home screen. So the screen here has something that's called Force Touch. Essentially, if you tap it, you can go and open something up. So if I want to open my activity monitor, I can just go ahead and tap that. But if I push down and then push down harder, you can access other menu options. That'll work throughout the entire phone, although it's a bit inconsistent with what apps are going to use it. So from the home screen here, you can customize the home screen any way you want. So we'll go ahead and select the one that I've got called Modular. And you can pick what you want to show. So I've got calendar showing up there. You can pick a whole bunch of different options. You can do so for each of those little quadrants. You find what you want, push the crown in, push it again, and you are good to go. So much like your phone, this has notifications. If you just swipe down from the top, you can access them and you can see what you have, scroll through them all, swipe up, and it'll go away. If you want to look at glances, you can show glances from your phone. If you swipe up, you can see what you've got set in glances. You can set much more on your phone. It's actually going to show here, so bear in mind you're only going to see the first few, so use them sparingly. They're kind of like little widgets. I've got mine customized a little bit. I'll go through and set them a little bit more. The first one's always going to pop up, though, the shortcuts. So if you want to set it to just vibrate, if you want airplane mode, do not disturb, or turn off the notifications, you can do that right here and swipe that to go away. So you've got this digital crown. Crown is pretty familiar if you've ever used sort of a regular watch, but this one does a lot more. So if you push it just once while you have your home screen on, it's going to take you to the apps. And here you can sort of scroll around to see what apps you have. You can select one if you want, or if you've got big fat thumbs, you can go ahead and zoom in a little bit, and it'll open the one that's sort of in the middle. You can of course zoom out as well to see all of them right there. We'll go ahead and push that once, and that's going to take you back to the home screen. They also do other things too. So if you double tap it, it's going to open your last used app. So here's my activity monitor. I just set it up, so don't judge me by my lack of inactivity. And if you go ahead and long press it, you're going to get Siri. So go ahead and go back again to go home, long press it. And this is where Siri is going to live. And Siri can do a lot of things. Most of the stuff it can do on your phone. It can also open apps as well. So long press it, open 1Password, and it'll go ahead and open whatever you asked it to do. So if you want to know the weather, you want to set a timer, you can do all of that using Siri in case you don't want to go through and sort of go through all those apps. It can be a bit hard to figure out which app is what. You can customize where the apps show up though on your phone. So if you want to use settings in the middle or phone calls in the middle, you can go ahead and customize that as well. And again, you can use Digital Crown to zoom in. You're going to want to fight the urge to sort of use 2 fingers to zoom. It's going to sort of cover the screen. Apple encourages you to use 1 finger as you do your zooms. So we'll go back home. There's another button on the right-hand side that does a lot of different things too. Pressing it once is going to go to your favorite dials. By default, it'll pull in what you've got set as your favorites on your iPhone, but you can customize what shows up here, how many you want or how many you don't want. Go and select where you're ringing around here. If I want to go and select Office, for example, I could tap that. And I could call the office directly or message them. If you want to message somebody else who has an Apple Watch, another icon will show up in the middle, and that's where you can doodle things or send your heart monitor. And of course, your Apple Watch can also be used to make and receive phone calls. It has a speaker built in and a microphone, so you don't have to hold it up to your ear. You just talk to it like you would any sort of external speaker. So I got Ralph calling me. I'll go ahead and answer that. And now I am talking to Ralph. Hi, Ralph.
Hey, what's up, John?
So now we're having a phone call. You can adjust the volume using the digital crown. You can mute it, or when you're done, just hang up. Bye, Ralph.
Bye.
And go ahead and just hang up right there. And here we are back at the home screen. If you double tap that button on the bottom, it's going to take you to Apple Pay. And you set up Apple Pay through the Apple Watch app on your phone, not through the Passbook app as you would to use Apple Pay on your phone. And if you long press the button, it's going to be sort of your power buttons where you can turn it off or enter power reserve mode. It's essentially just going to show you the time. It's going to reboot down and then boot back up into power reserve. You can turn that off and go back into regular mode by holding down that button again. So there's obviously a lot of stuff you can do with your Apple Watch, but this is just sort of a general UI overview, how to do things, what does what, and how to make sense of absolutely everything here. The UI here is not overly intuitive. It's a brand new user interface with brand new ways to interact with your device. So you definitely want to use the watch for a couple days to learn what's going to do what. I made myself a cheat sheet, but perhaps a trial and error is the best way to go. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Give the video a thumbs up. We always appreciate it. Until next time, I'm John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo. See you guys next one. Bye-bye.